Should we cut off people from our life? Hi INNATELY beings, I'm Viktor Sághy, intuitive coach and heart leader. And today we will talk about a very interesting topic, also a very sensitive one. There are no same situations, and I don't want to tell you what to do or what not to do. Although this topic, more precisely not understanding this topic, caused me a lot of suffering during my journey. So I want to share what I found, and hopefully that will help you to find more clarity around this topic. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Have you ever heard this sentence? It is very popular in the self-development journey, and I came across this, and it has its own application. And I think it's important to understand that when you spend time around people, naturally you will pick up things from others that will rub off on you. We are creatures with mirror neurons, which means that just by seeing and being around other people, we pick up their habits, their way of thinking, their way of maneuvering, their way of tackling life. So I experienced around my life that I pick up things. The good news is that they pick up who you are as well. So, but not understanding this, to me at least, it caused me a lot of suffering along my journey. So the question is that when should we cut off people from our lives? So there are situations when a relationship isn't healthy to you, and then it cannot be healthy to the other person, or it's just clearly, obviously not healthy for either of you. There can be unhealthy codependence, or abuse even, or kind of like when there is a draining in the relationship. So if it's very obvious, then it's clear that it's best if you separate. So one thing what I would wish if someone would tell me at that time, or if I could understand at that time, but now I know, is that it's okay to make a choice. It's okay to take responsibility for your life. It's okay to make a choice and to own it and to convey it to the other person. You don't owe anyone anything to anyone. You have the right to be happy. So if you find yourself in an unhealthy, if you find yourself in an abusive relationship or a draining relationship, then you have the right to take responsibility for your life, for your happiness, and to make a decision to own it and convey it. There's no need to any war, there's no need to any fight. It may won't be easy. More likely it won't be easy. It may won't be how would I say, comfortable conversation, but you can still love inside and convey. It's nothing to do with the other person. It's not personal. That's the thing. The other person, the reason maybe they are acting as they act, because that's their understanding at this moment, which is not good or bad. We all been there, and maybe we are there in other parts of our life. So you can be compassionate with this person, and it's nothing to do with them. You made a choice. You took responsibility for your life. Don't owe them, and they take responsibility for their life and happiness. And you just say, convey your message. This is what I chose, and I still love you. I still love you, I mean, like a human being, and this is my choice. So you're totally okay to do that. When it's not okay, or when we shouldn't cut people off from our life, this is also very important to understand before we would judge anyone, or before we would say that you are the problem, the other person is the problem, that more than often, almost always, the problem is not the other person. The problem is here. Because you see, we can only see the fault in the other person, which we have in ourselves as well. Otherwise, we couldn't see it. So, I repeat, you cannot see any fault or mistake in the other person which you don't have within yourself. So, you see, things what we reject in ourselves as well. So we may don't act like that, but there is a shadow side within us which we reject and which this other person is showing to us. So before you would judge anyone, quiet down and look inside. How does it relate to you? So, let me tell an anecdote, or not a story. There were a psychiatric doctor in an academy, and this doctor had remarkable successes with schizophrenic patients. And everyone was really curious about the reason of his success and tried to find out his secret. And he told, or he said that I've never treated a schizophrenic patient in my life. I have never treated a schizophrenic patient in my life. Why? Because I don't treat the schizophrenic part of the patients. I always treat the healthy, the whole part of them. So you see, when you stop judging, the judgment always affects destructively a relationship. It's always destructive to a relationship. When you judge someone, you treat the faulty parts of them. You focusing and growing the faulty parts of them. When you drop the judgments and you see the whole, the healthy part of them, you treat and grow the healthy part of them. So this is appreciation, this is accepting for who they are. And then the healthy part of them will naturally flourish. It may take time. It may take time and compassion and giving. Let me tell a personal experience. And this is the reason why I'm very passionate about this topic. You see, in my relationship, I used to judge, I used to buy into this, you are the average of the 5 people. And as I said, it has its application, so it is right, it's not wrong. But I didn't understand. So I looked into the fault of my relationship, every single relationship, but mostly my romantic relationship. And I started to see all the faults. And really what I saw is the faults within me. And I started to tell what she should and shouldn't do, how she should and shouldn't be. And I thought that it's all with a good intention, and somewhere there were a good intention in that. So you see, judgments may have a good intention behind that because they want the best for you if someone judges you, but there is the wrong understanding behind that. So what I really did, I just caged her. I shut her into a cage and she couldn't flourish. And you see, once I realized that all of those judgments are just thoughts, I was able to make peace with myself. And when I accepted myself, when I made peace with myself, there was no problem. I suddenly just within a minute, I could make peace with her. I could accept her. I could appreciate her for who she is, and she started to flourish, do the work she always wanted to do the things and be the things she always wanted to be, and she just became this beautiful, beautiful person, and I started to fall in love with her again. The problem is that when we meet with someone in our life, we fall in love. Often we have a lot of expectations, so we fall in love with the expectations. And no wonder that one day we wake up and find ourselves next to a person and we think, who is this person? This is not the person I fall in love with. Yes, because there wasn't an awareness to see the other person. The only thing you saw is your judgments. And again, I went through the same thing. So in order to see the other person who they are, you just drop your judgments and open up to listen and see and hear and allow and accept. And you can get know your partner again. You can get know this other person for the beautiful wholeness, with all the quirkiness and the beauties and desires and ideas and views and wants, and you can fall in love. You can get know this person again. It's so beautiful. So what is a better question to ask? You see, who should I cut off from my life is not really a quality question, I found. Because it sets your mind up to searching for faults. It sets your mind up to search for negatives. It sets your mind up to a negative state. So I found it's much better question to ask that, is this relationship a healthy relationship? If not, how could this person be, or how could this relationship be healthy? And also, what I like to ask, how is this person supportive to me? So you see, I found that instead of asking like, is this person acquiring the qualities I want to go for, in my life I found much better question to ask, how does this person support me? Because I often found that maybe they are not on the journey where I am, but they are very supportive because we have a supportive relationship. And I always found something I can learn, maybe something they do, maybe something I don't want to do in that way, or something I want to do. And also, everyone has something to teach you, everyone. I've been in very humbling relation or situation many times in my life when I believe that I'm above of someone, and I found that's never true. Everyone has something to teach to you. So everyone is important. Everyone is important, and I found that idea much more empowering. So ask better questions than who should I cut off. Ask better question. How is this person supportive? How can this relationship be healthy? You see, one is that you can learn from everyone. Maybe this person teaches you something like patience or compassion or acceptance or love. The other thing is that if you want something, start giving it first. If you want to have appreciation from your partner, start to just appreciate without interest. Just start to appreciate the other person. Just give it, and you will find things will change really fast. So to sum up, before you want to cut off anyone from your life, ask it like, how could this relationship be healthy? And is the other person really the problem? You will find that often it's not. Even then, if you find that the relationship is draining, the relationship is unhealthy, you have the right to make a choice, a decision, and own it. It's nothing about the other person. We have the right to stand up for our happiness. And drop the judgments, get to know the other person, start giving what you want, and you can see things change. You may need patience for that, and acceptance and compassion. That's what I found along my journey. I would love to hear from you. Relationship is a really important topic to everyone. It's the place where we can learn the most. So I would love to hear your story, things you came across, you found, you maybe realized along this video. And I would like to have your feedback. Do you like this video? If not, then how could I improve? Give a like, or if you don't like, show the feedback with don't like. It's fine by me. We have a community. Join to the community. Share this, because if you think someone would benefit, share it with others. I would love to hear from you. And remember, you are innately whole. Have a great day. Bye.